A very good morning to all student members gathered here. Today we are in the next module in Principles of Management, Controlling Function. So in this module, we are going to see how controlling plays an important role in management functions within the organization setup. In the previous module, we saw about organizing and its significant importance. Then we discussed about the importance of decision making and forecasting through planning. So up to this, we have underwent the discussion up to last module. Now in the present module, we are going to see about controlling. So what is meant by controlling? It is defined as a physical mechanism or a process for monitoring the performance of an employee and taking necessary suitable action to ensure the expected results from the top management. The controlling aims to see whether the right things happen in the right way at the right time. Controlling helps the organization objective in order to accomplish their daily goal consistently with respect to one another throughout the entire the business enterprise function. In addition to that, the controlling function must be consistent with both short-term and long-term range plan. Moreover, the controlling function helps to maintain a compliance with essential organization rules and policies. What are the various processes involved in management controlling function? Establishing the work objectives and the expected standards to be achieved. Measuring the actual performance with the expected performance. Compare the results with the organization objective and the work standards. Take corresponding necessary action if there is any deviation. So the controlling function normally begins with initial planning and the establishment of various performance metrics and objectives. The performance objectives are defined and the standards that are used for measuring are properly set. There are two types of standards, output standards and input standards. Output standards measure the performance results in terms of quantity, quality, cost, and time. Input standards measure the work efforts that go into the performance task. The measurement must be accurate enough to spot the dimensions or in order to spot exactly the deviation as well as other variations between what the really occurs and what is most expected from the management point of view. So without measuring the deviation, we can't able to maintain the effective control. That is not possible. So from the management point of view, in order to maintain the effective control function, first of all, we have to plan and measure the deviations due to unexpected changes that happen every now and then. The comparison of actual performance with the expected performance that clearly establish the need for executing the action. The ways of making the comparison include based on the historical fact, relative comparison, benchmarking, etc. So these are the ways to bring the control function in the workplace. The next one, taking corrective action. So take any action that is necessary to correct or improve things. Say according to management by exception. So this primarily focus on managerial attention on various substantial difference between the actual and expected performance. Applying the theory of management by exception, we can able to find out the difference between actual and desired performance, identify the variation and try to control the variation in the work standards by producing consistent results. So this technique can able to save the manager's time, energy, and other resources and concentrate more effort on areas showing the greatest need. There are two types of exceptions. One is problem that is below the standards, opportunities above the standards. What are the best control can be maintained in organization? So strategic and result oriented function we can bring. Objectives can be set up more clear and understandable one. Then encourage self-control or self-participation. These are the way in which we can able to bring the effective control within the employee in the workplace system. Then being very positive in nature, timely responsive in nature, fair and objective, and maintaining flexible workforce. What are the various types of control? One is preliminary control. This can be otherwise called as feed-forward control. So this can be accomplished whenever we start a work or any activity. Make sure whether all the work are set up in a proper directions regarding the resources that are available to begin the work. Everything put in a correct sequence or not. We have to conduct a preliminary check. If there is any deviation in the resources, say machinery or material or financial point of view, any uh, scarcity is there, we have to rework and try to add a proper balance to accomplish the objectives. Next one is concurrent control system. Focus on what happens during the work process. Sometimes we call this type of control system a steering control system. So they monitor ongoing operations in the workplace and make sure that the things are done correctly. So managers generally have two broad options with respect to controlling function in management. They can rely on people to exercise self-control, that is internal control. Alternatively, managers can take direct action to control the behavior of others, that is considered to be external control. So internal control is nothing but motivating individual to exercise their own behavior about the job expectations. External control, it occurs through personal supervision and the use of formal administrative procedures and other systems. Say, performance appraisal system, compensation and pay benefits, discipline system, management by objectives, etc. These are the way in which we can able to bring the control function externally to change the attitude of the employee mindset. What are the various management process and control function? So formulating strategy and objective, assessing the policies and procedures of the organization every now and then, assessment made with the staff selection and training, then performance appraisal, assessment with job design and work structure, then performance modeling, various norms and organization culture. These are the area in which we can able to apply the controlling function, whether all the things are put in a proper right directions or not. And compensation and benefits. So we can attract talented people and retain them, motivate the people to bring maximum effort in their work, recognize the value of the performance contribution, employee discipline. It is defined as influencing the behavior through reprimand. So progressive discipline that really relies upon the severity and frequency of employee infractions. So positive discipline tries to involve people more positive and directly in making decisions to improve their behavior. So these are the way in which we can able to bring the management control function in everyday work environment. So with this, I end my lecture on controlling the management function. We will see another one more module in the next meeting. Thank you all.